Today on the Mike O'Mara Show.
This is an option you have to pay for every time you want to use it.
On-go.
That's not fair, though. You own the car. You ought to be able to buy the heated seats.
Yeah.
If you don't buy the heated seats.
It's a button that turns on a toaster under your ass. Somebody coached him, a dialect coach, probably coached Robert Shaw, said don't open your mouth a lot and try to talk through clenched lips, and that will be a German accent. So if you do that.
For a short career, he really turned out a lot of great films.
He did. Now, if you don't look at the lips moving, you will understand what it is.
He's a ventriloquist.
Hello. I am a German Panzer Commander. Oh, wait, I did that. Let me see. I can just get my own monitor. I am a German Panzer Commander.
Why can't you get me my Outer Banks truck? I want my Outer Banks truck.
My special Outer Banks, you know.
How am I supposed, I ask you this, how am I supposed to get to Duck Donuts without my Outer Banks truck?
Do you know what's special about the Outer Banks version of the Bronco?
What's that?
You can fit 16 families in it. Thank you.
All that and more. The Mike O'Mara Show starts now. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
All right, I work from home. That's a very nice situation for
America does.
For the Mr. Moms out there, that, where the wife goes out early in the morning and she won't be home till this evening, slaying the dragon, Thursday being a very busy day for her. And for all of you that receive her little messages on social media that said appointments available, I don't know how, unless she's having a relationship with a gardener or something like that, and but she's filling her time.
Are Thursdays always a busy day, or just today?
No, it doesn't matter. It's weird when she gets the appointments.
Okay,
that's But I will tell you that today I've been Mr. Momming it with my son. Made him breakfast, made him lunch. Made him breakfast, and I said, you want some cereal? He said, no, I like your homemade pancakes. I'm like, yeah, all right, we can pull that off for you. So I make him his homemade pancakes. Then I make him a nice grilled ham and cheese, and beautifully grilled, striking, really.
Yeah,
and it was grilled. And he looks at the grilled cheese, and he says, I don't like this. I said, why? He says, because it's got ham in it. I said, it's a grilled ham and cheese. He said, but I don't like the ham. I said, you mean you want a grilled cheese? Throw that away. Sort of. Threw that away. Some of it in my belly.
Yeah, can't waste that.
And, it was gorgeous. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then, but I put it in my food log. Put it in my food log.
I bet
That's
Oscar doesn't appreciate a beautiful grilled cheese.
I don't even know how to make one. I've never done it.
Because if you rush it, it'll burn. You know?
The key is to use mayonnaise on the outside of the.
This.
It's very, very easy to grill with that. You almost have built-in oil, and it spreads evenly over the bread, and it doesn't taste like mayo when you take it off the grill. And in fact, the guy that I was watching on YouTube the other night with a filthy griddle, just filthy, just disgustingly filthy. Like he was clean, but his food looked okay, sort of. He took the meat that he was putting on it out of the grocery store packages. It's like some people don't know they're gross when they're being gross, and you just look. And he had great GoPro cameras, I think, and they were like zoomed in on the food, so you could see all the little flecks of filth that had been gathering. And then you'll watch an Asian steakhouse where there won't be any filth at all. Yeah. It'll be immaculate.
Bristol. Pony, was it you and I that were looking at the Loudoun County restaurant results last week?
Oh yeah, the health inspection.
I'm on a Loudoun County Facebook page, and it was listing all the health violations for restaurants in my neighborhood. And
anyone stand out to you?
No places that I go to, which was good, but also.
Yeah, but I mean, what was the one that you would now avoid?
Well,
what was that? Was there a clear winner?
There's a brew pub in downtown Leesburg that
I'm not a fan of the brew pub.
The name doesn't stick with me, but
I
as
know
a guy,
I'm pissing people off right now, but I'm not a fan of the brew pub.
Mike,
I always think the beer tastes like ass. I'm sorry, I do.
Twice I have completed the food safety course for the fruitcakes we do, so I'm aware of all these rules. And one of them, I think it was a brew pub, it said, dripping bacon stored above bread in fridge.
So in order for them to see that, they had to just put the bacon in recently because it hadn't
there were so many great things in there.
Lexington, Kentucky, Valletta, Malta, Stannardsville. Whatever. Vancouver, Canada, Bel Air, Maryland, and a cruise ship. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now, and I'll tell you, it finally started getting a little traction yesterday. And as we speak, I don't have an update whether there's a verdict that's come in on the amount of money he'll have to pay. But the Alex Jones trial,
it's great.
I've been YouTubing it and watching it, and it is Alex Jones. To see him outside of that environment is it's great theater. With a great American bully with the behavior of a toddler. That's the only way I can explain it.
Don't you feel that someone who is that unpleasant to look at?
Can you boost your level to make you sound far away to me? You really do.
Someone that is so unpleasant to look at, why he would be so eager to be on camera all the time.
That's not good either. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I hate to do that, guys.
Right.
I hate it, but I'll live with it.
All right.
It's just it almost looks like it's a fake trial. It's so surreal.
Vaudeville.
It is.
It's vaudeville.
It's vaudeville. It's the judge reprimanding his attorney. It's the attorney explaining to Alex Jones that his attorney that's defending him mistakenly sent a full log of texts that he was not supposed to see.
As
that
2 years
worth of
Can I
phones.
finish?
Yeah.
That proved that he was lying about multiple different under oath responses he gave.
Right.
And then there's the one that really, you sit there and you're like, this mother effer has to tell the truth eventually. So he says, yes, Sandy Hook did happen. And then smash cut to his show that afternoon or evening that he's recording. And he's again talking about the father and the family, how they're being pushed around by the wrong people and they're not well. So it's like you go to court and then you go to propaganda land.
Yeah.
And he is the prototype of the great American media bully. He is a very, very troubled human being who has garnered tremendous success based on what our media recipients have become over the last 10 years, which is question nothing. Take a guy that can talk really fast, like auctioneer fast, like huckster fast, and just believe. And I don't know. I would assume this comes out of the defense of the great American firearm. That's probably why else would you call it a hoax? It was politically motivated. I would assume that's to prevent gun legislation from going through. I mean, Pony, you're the super scholar when it comes to Alex Jones.
You're number one P1.
That's where this was all born out of, right? This was a false flag operation designed to implement legislation on gun control, correct?
Yes. Every single mass shooting is essentially, in his eyes, it is a liberal conspiracy to get rid of the Second Amendment. And that,
because he loves his guns so much.
Yeah. And we celebrate these shootings and we love it because it means it's, one more chance to destroy the Second Amendment.
I mean, it is really stunning to watch a guy that is just despicable on every possible level.
His
and
whole
you know
demeanor,
what?
it's absolutely, it's detestable.
Just horrible. And look, I don't care what your politics are. I'm talking about this guy and a town 40 minutes from where I grew up. 18 years of my life spent in that part of the state of Connecticut. And those amazingly dignified mother that we had there that was just sitting there while this complete douchebag is able to do this. And you can understand their pain, but it is theater, as you mentioned. I know, Rob, you wanted to say something about it also.
Is that he will never admit he's wrong, even when he's caught perjuring himself. And I'm glad Oscar brought up the thing about the text messages. I have a small clip, I believe it was from yesterday's episode. I'll call it an episode, not a court date. Yesterday's episode of the Alex Jones Show. This is when he gets caught in a lie about these text messages. And for a while, he's still playing the card like he's caught the attorney somehow, like it's an episode of Matlock. But anyway, listen how he handles himself when he's so obviously caught.
My text messages. And it said you did. Nice trick.
Yes, Mr. Jones.
Oh.
Indeed. Your attorney's messed up and sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook.
I told you the truth. This is your Perry Mason moment. I gave them my phone, and then
Mr. Jones, you need to answer the question.
No,
Did you know this happened?
My lawyer sent it to you, but I'm hiding it. Okay.
You were asked, do you have Sandy Hook text messages on your phone? And you said no. You know what perjury is, right? I just want to make sure you know before we go any further.
Yes, I do. I mean, I'm not a tech guy. I told you I gave the phone to the lawyers before, whatever, and so you got my phone, but we didn't give it to you.
And also, Oscar and Mike, I want to play you this. This is perhaps my favorite moment. And Pony was jumping up and down like a kid who just got a bike for Christmas when he found this. Alex, this is the opening moments of the trial. They haven't even started the trial yet, and the judge calls out Alex Jones for chewing gum, but he's not chewing gum. And his explanation is so much worse than that.
I've been told that it goes on, and he says that he's sorry, and we'd ask that the entire party quit.
Spit your gum out, Mr. Jones.
It's not gum.
What is it? Because you're not allowed food or gum of any kind in the courtroom.
I had my tooth pulled a week and a half ago. I had some gauze in there earlier, and it's been causing me to have some pain.
So you're chewing on your gauze?
Would you like me to show you?
No, I just want you to answer my question.
No, I was massaging the hole in my mouth with my tongue. Right there, right here.
I don't want to see the inside of your mouth.
Oh, no, there's no gum. Hole.
Sit down.
I know we've all seen a lot of great...
He's a big dummy, is what he is.
We've seen court drama on television our whole lives, dating back to Perry Mason, and they're still on, and there's a certain importance in the opening statement. And his opening statement was, I'm massaging my tooth hole with my tongue. That was his opening statement.
It's really surreal, but I remember when I first heard of this, and it was so stunning. And so as we sit here, could happen, keep your eyes peeled today, could happen as we're broadcasting right now, because the jury, I believe, is out as far as what the damages will be, both compensatory and punitive, and we'll wait to see. But
it's likely going to be a long deliberation, because first the jury has to stop laughing at him, and then they can
I don't think there's anything, I don't think they're laughing nearly as much as they're disturbed by this. True. And, for my money, when you're going to be able to present a video from InfoWars that shows the judge in the trial that he's sitting in currently on fire with burning up at the same time the symbol of justice in America is, it's problematic. And I just like the way this judge is not taking any crap.
Is he waiting? It seems to me like he knows something we don't know. Like he's like, I'll get through this. There'll be a judgment, but I'll drag it on until I get a pardon.
It seems to me now that over the last few years, the whole issue of truth is, to certain people, like this dumb effer is just, and somebody say, dumb, he's more successful than you are, Mike. You know what? If that's success, pal, I will take where I am any day of the week. But it's just stunning, and to pick on the most vulnerable of anyone, I can't even imagine, especially on the heels of the shooting that we just had. Great video of one of the injured kids from Uvalde coming out of the hospital, and she turned to the car, and she's got a little brace on her wrist, probably where she was injured, and she does this little model pose before she gets in a limo to go home, and it was so sweet and beautiful that happened. But
still top of
this
mind.
guy, what happened? What is the deal? I don't understand the lack of questioning of people like this. That you can get on the air. I could come in here and probably make a lot of hay by just manufacturing utter crap. And if it was scummy enough and titillating enough and evil enough and mean enough, and he's got this way, and I know people that talk this way. Sometimes when you get a bully, you get a guy that talks real fast like this. And well, is that what you think? And he shouts people down, and that's his game.
Do you think
he's not a well educated guy?
No, not at all.
I mean, these 2 years of community college. That's one of the things I got. You know,
there's a craft to cutting like a promo in wrestling that I think anyone that's watched the WWE they get it. They see there's beats to like how you're talking, right?
The cadence.
Right.
Yeah, the cadence. And that's all, when I see this, I'm like, this is just a wrestling promotion. Like, this guy's crazy.
But if you go even further back, don't you think his act is sort of rooted when Rush Limbaugh realized he could pull a huge audience by telling people what they already agreed with him with? And so,
well, it's interesting when I saw, and I've watched not all of it, but I've watched as much of it as I can because it's fascinating to me watching this guy. He calls Larry King his mentor.
What?
And he calls Larry King.
Larry
his
King
mentor.
never had an opinion in his life except about bagels.
Larry King was opinionated. Yeah, Larry King was opinionated on his mutual network. He did, but he was more of an interviewer than anything else. That's what he did. He liked to talk to people, but who knows? I don't believe anything that comes out of the guy's mouth. I don't believe the gauze in his mouth and he's got a hole in his tooth. I don't believe that. And the other thing, the last thing I wanted to say,
I'm massaging the hole with my tongue.
I lied because of the meds for my surgery.
Oh, God. I'm going to tell you, it's just constant. And the thing I want to get to, the very last thing, the hacking. The hacking throughout, especially when it's not going well for him. You hear the, and then he has this walk that, like, maybe he's got a wounded leg or something. I have no idea. I don't know enough about Alex
Maybe he had a
Jones,
tooth removed from his leg.
No,
I don't know what it was. But stunning, really stunning. Alex Jones.
It's painful to watch.
Yeah, Oscar said he walked like a wounded emperor penguin. I think that's a lovely image. Yeah,
really. Just for once again for those families. I hate the fact that he might know something and. What pardon? Like what? A presidential pardon? He's not going to get that.
Well, no, I mean it's a civil case.
What's that?
It's a civil case, so there's no.
You tell me more about
involved.
Civil cases.
So this is a lawsuit.
Attorney.
This is
Where
a
did
lawsuit.
you get your law degree from? You talk to us.
I got it from my living room.
Turn your volume up.
You can barely make it through DeVry. Let's talk about this.
Okay,
Tell
so
me what you know about the case.
A civil case is like a lawsuit, right? He hasn't committed an actual crime, but he has, wronged these people and done
right.
them
I know what a
damage.
civil suit is. I've been
corrected.
sued in civil court.
It's like people's court.
So basically, the whole situation here is that he never, his legal team never handed in any of the evidence that they were asked for during discovery. So the judge, from the very beginning, just awarded a default victory to the Sandy Hook families.
Okay.
So this whole time, Alex has just been saying that, oh, well, they won't let me defend myself. They won't, they're taking away my First Amendment right. They won't let me, state my case, which is, it's already past that point. But the whole thing that he's doing here, going into court, is to just lie and say that they won't let him defend himself.
Okay, but what's the repercussion? Is there going to be a settlement here that needs to be paid out?
Yeah, so the settlement is going to be based on how much money the company has. So, of course, he's given all of the InfoWars money to the parent company, Free Speech Systems,
in order about to declare bankruptcy.
Exactly. Well, he already declared bankruptcy 2 weeks ago.
I don't have any money. I don't have any.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
So
they're gonna be able to get around that,
Yeah.
right?
I think they will, and I think that those text messages may reveal some pretty interesting stuff. Which, I mean, they already did find that he was making like $800,000 a day at one point. And
Jesus Christ!
yeah, so they've been able to determine that that company has a lot more money than they suspected.
And is it true that the January 6th committee is now interested in what's in those text messages? Because there might be something to do with January 6th from old Alex?
Yes, so that's the next wrinkle here, is that there might be criminal proceedings for that, because he was so instrumental in what happened on the 6th.
Boy, you know what?
I take it all back, Pony.
With all
that was really well said.
With
Thank
all
you.
that stuff going on, wouldn't you hate to do his laundry?
Oh, God.
What I'd hate to do is be around the guy. I mean, I look at some of the people that were called to testify that were up there, and just when you start believing your own BS and this whole idea, look, the opportunity to let truth just be cast aside and throw it away and be able to say whatever you want, no matter what, and my opinion is more important than your fact. That's where we live now, and it's the way it's going to be for the foreseeable future. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but it's terrifying to me for the idea of a real democracy. I mean, the people that won these primaries on Tuesday were it was a big day for Donald Trump Republicans and people that are propagating this big lie about the election theft, and they're going to be in positions of power because they are from red states and they are from places where they probably will win a victory. And it's stunning. I don't know. Here's what I don't know. I really don't know how people that are Democrats or left of center or moderate Democrats or progressive Democrats, I don't really know, because I've never had anybody had a real discussion with it, how I'm perceived in their eyes. I really don't know. They're constant jokes, but I think that I want to be careful the way I say this, but I really feel as though when I'm around these people, there are some people that literally cannot have an interaction with me without that kind of comment. And it reminds me to a degree of how someone who prejudice can come in many forms. I don't want to call it bigotry, and I don't want to compare it to civil rights or anything, but I get the vibe of how people who look different must feel, because people that are identified as being different thinking, like a Democrat, there are people that I have conversation with, it never comes up. Vast majority, by the way. Then there are people where any single time I interact with them, there's always a comment. And not to the point where it pushes me over the edge, but it makes me think, how do they really feel? How divided are
then? Yeah.
What's that?
If they're ribbing you, so there's always a layer of truth, I believe, within a joke, or it doesn't have to be negative, it doesn't have to be nasty. It's
right.
That's why you can rib someone or grind their gears or tease someone about something, right? Mm-hmm. Make sure you're on time. I know you're always gonna be on time, Oscar. Like that stuff. I'm always late. I get it, right? I own that. I'm not proud of it. I wish that could change, maybe one day. But for me, when I hear jabs or barbs in my life, I have those same questions where it's like, I'm the one that gives you. I'm the one that calls you out on being late. I can tell you how. But this is about politics. Like if someone calls me left wing, right? Mm-hmm. They're like, you're part of that left wing, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
We could mix this up and ask Oscar why he tried to vote on November 5th.
but for you, I get it. You're in a different, like my contemporaries are just starting to get politically active.
Right.
They're just being activated.
Right.
The people that you're dealing with have been rooted and active for years now.
But I also think, Mike,
but more passionate in the last 5 years.
Correct.
Yeah,
I
Rob,
think it is a simplistic view. If they can reduce you down to you're the left-wing liberal, that's so perfectly black and white and easy for them to wrap their head around, and you have to them, there's no shading, there's no area of gray. that's just who you are, and it's easy
Maybe
to
I didn't-
perceive you that way.
Maybe I didn't make it clear how I'm thinking about this, because I don't very often.
All right.
Until we're talking about Alex Jones, and I'm watching this. And Alex Jones, I literally don't watch his show. Pony watches it all the time for fun. I don't. It's what I'm thinking is how do you really feel about me as a human being? And I don't know. And I probably will never know, but I think about it all the time. And I think about divided America and how I think. On my side, when I see somebody who is makes a comment, there are all sorts of different shades of it. They're guys that I'm like, okay, I get it. I can listen. I can have hey, that's a bright guy. He's got he's got a lot of money. He wants to protect it. Blah blah blah. I get that. Then there are other people that I'm just like that I have no time for, and I wouldn't want to be around on a long weekend or something like that.
Wouldn't you rather someone tell you? And I'm if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. I feel like I've had this conversation privately at times. I'd rather someone tell me, look, I busted my ass to get where I am today. I've never had anything. I was like, not even middle class growing up. And I could see why, like certain Republicans or certain people have different political proclivities. I'm fighting to pay less taxes. That's all I care about.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. And there are plenty of people that would feel that way too.
Yeah, but if someone just told me that, that's not me. I'm not talking about me.
Right.
If someone just said that and didn't include the immigration, didn't include, the overall, they're fighting for the economy of themselves, and they own a business. They didn't include the firebrand, ultra MAGA talking points,
the elections.
If they just said, "I want to save money on taxes," I think that would be refreshing in my eyes.
Yeah, I see
And
that.
wouldn't it be nice to see every time I'm talking about this, I try to temper it without being too unbalanced. But I have to say, wouldn't it be? I get the joke I get, and the continuation of the thing I get more than anything else is doddering dementia Joe Biden, where it just goes on and on and on. And what I would just delight in would be a fair shake for the guy.
Yeah.
A fair shake. Not anything over the top. A fair shake. Instead of saying, oh, he's out of his mind. He doesn't even know where he is. That's not true.
It's not rooted in anything.
It's not rooted in any fact whatsoever. And that just drives me crazy. Will we ever get to a point where it can just all be out there with policy and all that, and not just this continuation of BS with attacks and all of it? It gets so old.
Well,
I believe that Joe Biden should run for a second term? I haven't made my mind up yet. Will I support him if he runs for a second term yet? I haven't made my mind up yet. Do I think that he's not the same Joe Biden that was even in the first 4 years of the Obama administration? Probably not. But at the same time, when you think of the burdens of that job and how that job ages a man 20 years younger, I think you got to give the guy a little credit.
Also,
just a little credit.
Oscar, let me just jump in real quick. It goes back to what I said before. When, it's easy to paint you as a liberal, if they don't have any sustaining evidence, it's easy to call him doddering and old. That's an easy insult that's not based in any fact. And if they have already got their mind set that they don't like the guy, that's going to be their path of least resistance to insult him with that. Because it's, they don't.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I am simply saying I wish it was different. I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I know why they're doing it. I mean, I get it. But it just, it saddens me to a degree.
There is a silver lining. And look, the fight.
I hope so.
I think the fight never ends. And we got the midterms coming up here in Kansas, if I'm not mistaken, right? There was an opportunity to essentially change
the Constitution.
To change the Constitution in regards to abortion, And, both Republicans and Democrats came out and shot it down. They voted it down.
They did. I forgot how my wife put it the other night. Something along the lines of, I'm a woman and I feel persecuted by these laws and, coming from mostly men. And if you, tried to figure it out, it's mostly men making up these decisions, and mostly men in these legislatures that are, making this policy. And it's difficult and it's scary. And, I think most women in this country, and I can't speak for them, but I would think that they feel right now, a great many of them, that they are being treated like second-class citizens, where they cannot decide for themselves. And will this be, after this election, in Kansas, an indicator of things to come? Nobody really knows for sure, but we shall see. I don't think that the Republican Party has done themselves any real good with this policy, and I think we'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't want to see anything threaten democracy. I don't want to see anybody be in a position of power simply because they like the big Donald Trump. And that's what a lot of Secretary of State elections happen in some of these red states, and it scares me. Now, I think there are many, many Republicans that believe with all their heart that something happened. They don't know what it is. All the courts threw it out, but in their minds, that's complete BS. I get it. I felt that. I remember used to feel when I'd watch one of my 1970s and 80s when I'm watching my teams lose all the time.
Right.
Specifically, let's say the New York Giants. And I would say something 2-3 times a season. I'd say, oh, man, I don't know who they paid to throw this game, but they're throwing this game. I would always say that. And then you get a few deep breaths, and by 7 o'clock, 60 Minutes comes on, and you've calmed down already because you know what you said was complete and utter BS. That hasn't happened with this election. By the way, I also get it when it comes to losing an election. Something happened, something hinky went on, but this has just been on and on and on. And because I don't think like that, and because I don't think like the people that believe that, stop the steal, breaking windows and stuff, I have trouble getting my head around it. But I certainly understand what it feels like. I feel like I know what it feels like to lose an election that breaks your heart, because it happens all the time in America.
I think our friend Reed Galen, friend of the show, one of the Lincoln Project founders, he said it best. He's like, we won the election, and I'm paraphrasing here, and we thought, we're like, whoa, phew, like this is, and then it's just as January 6th made it very clear that it was not over. Yeah. There weren't people that were going to let it go. Yeah, and this ideology was not going to just slowly fade into the darkness.
Well, I know that a lot of people have said this, but it always rang truest when Mike said this to me. Is the first time you said it to me, it really sank in with me. You said, one of the greatest things about our country is the peaceful transfer of power.
I watched every inauguration. I watched them all.
It's an amazing thing if you really stop and
makes
think
you
about
proud.
It does. It does.
Makes you proud. We battled each other's brains out, and then he effed it up.
Until this time. Yeah. It's not a
history will tell you. There's one guy, the toddler-in-chief, who could not accept the fact and didn't care what earth was scorched because his ego could not accept the fact that he lost. Which he did. Those are the facts. And he is the cult of personality, which may be stronger than any other president we have ever had. So incredibly strong that he's been able to continue this 2 years into the next administration. It's stunning, but
we have to do our part.
We have to do our part. Everybody's got to get out there and vote. And, if somebody can tell me how much that that bloviating bully Alex Jones is going to have to pay. I'd sure like to hear about it. Thank you. There's our political opening. Oh, I used to like Mike, but I don't.
He's a liberal.
We'll be back right after this, and we'll try to do something funny, everyone. I'm sorry we did that, but we talk about serious things occasionally. And anybody that's listening for the first time that might golf with me, oh, do they hate me now. Thank you very much, everybody. The snoring whore will be the American, but then translate snoring whore into Italian, and that will be our Italian restaurant.
Signore, you're talking about a La Puttana che Russa. Our menu is filled with all of your favorites.
You like pasta? I'm going to bring you 3 pounds of it, the best you ever tasted. You're going to love it. There's 30 shrimp in there, and there's 30 more where that came from.
Oh, it's friggin' unbelievable. Pasta, meatballs, Joe DiMaggio, fellatio, Pinocchio, a pizza pie from Domino's.
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. She is all-you-can-eat laughs, eh? You are a bonus show today, and we'll see you at La Puttana che Russa.
I'm going to bring you 9 pies to take with you.
I'm on it.
Oh, fantastic, boys. Boy, oh boy, they're heating up again. Hey, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. As anticipated, the Federal Reserve has increased their Fed funds rate by 75 basis points to combat inflation. But what does this mean for you? With mortgage rates up one day, down the next, it's more important than ever to work with a company you can trust. My good friend Mark Livingstone and the team at Cornerstone First Financial are that company. This real estate market is it's different than in the past. And whether you're a first-time home buyer, deciding whether to rent or own, upsizing, downsizing, or anything in between, you need a team that knows your specific options and can get you the absolute best deal for you and your family. Cornerstone has everything you need for your home purchase, including a portfolio of great real estate agents that suit your needs. With their years of experience, customer service, and low-rate guarantee, why would you call anyone else? Whether a purchase or refinance, call our friends at Cornerstone First Financial today. The #1 mortgage company of all TMOS fans. 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com.
From the 4 corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage. Bob Saget has hosted a fundraising event for the Scleroderma Research Foundation. He's done that for the last 30 years. But with his passing, this year's event will be a tribute to him from his famous friends. And he's got lots of them, and they've been doing some really, really nice work for him. Let's see here. It's going to be called the Cool Comedy Hot Cuisine. It'll be hosted by John Mayer, Jimmy Kimmel, and Jeff Ross.
Wow.
Jeff says Bob's show must go on until they find a cure. That's awfully nice of them to do this. The comedy lineup includes Nikki Glaser, Howie Mandel, Joel McHale, John Stamos, and Kevin Nealon. That's going to be a fun show. It'll go down September 21st if you happen to be in Beverly Hills. I'll be flying out for it. They asked me to participate.
Well, I thought they got Stamos when you said you couldn't go.
But he came back in, and I'm back in, too.
Good, I'm glad.
$500, that's how much the tickets start at. There's already a wait list for those cheap seats. So they're going to raise a lot of money for scleroderma research, and I think that's fantastic. And that's a nice tribute to Bob Saget. I love stuff like that. The Rolling Stones performed in Spain on Tuesday, and in the middle of I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Mick Jagger noticed a woman in the crowd. She was holding an American flag, and she was topless.
Hey!
Okay.
I saw the video. I watched this. Mick responded by playfully lifting his own shirt to flash his nips back at the woman at the age of 79 years old. It is stunning to me to watch Mick perform on stage. And this is kind of a grainy video. It's kind of from a distance, but you look at him and the moves. He's 79.
I know. And
I should show you some 79-year-olds down here. You know,
I saw a different angle, and Keith lifted his shirt, and he was transparent.
Keith, did you see the meme that's out there with all the kids' pictures? of
Yes.
rockers,
Yes.
and then you've got Keith Richards the same age down at the bottom. I never tire of the Keith
You
Richards.
like the Keith
old
memes,
jokes.
yeah.
I love them. Dolly Parton, we know, and we've talked about it on this show, that Dolly Parton is a good egg.
Yes.
She's always been a good egg. She gave $1 million to fund coronavirus research in 2020.
$1 million.
Thank you. And it helped scientists come up with the Moderna vaccine. Now she's being honored for it. She'll receive the Carnegie Medal of Philanthropy at a private ceremony in New York this October. I didn't make it up to Dollywood. I was trying. I was going to try to get up to Dollywood and see the Smoky Mountains and all that.
I hear it's
Never
an
made it up.
amazing theme park. It is clean, and extraordinarily well run.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I just well, at least I didn't throw up at Dollywood.
Yeah,
so,
not yet.
That's a good time. No, I don't think I'm ever doing that again. I don't want to put myself in that situation, and I don't want to be the old man that sits on a bench while his younger wife and son go on rides. You know. And my kid's sophisticated. He's in the other room
but
right
you
now
could stay at
watching the
bar.
Battle of the Bulge. That's what he's watching, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, Robert Shaw plays a great evil German in that.
He does.
Yeah.
He
This
does.
is blonde hair. There we are.
Yeah, a little hard to buy the
Yes.
blonde hair, though.
Well, yeah, but he's a good German, you know, as most British actors play German.
He's a
you know?
good German.
He plays a good German. A good Nazi, I
Yes,
should say. Not a
thank you.
German.
Thank you.
A Nazi.
Yeah.
He's the Panzer commander, isn't he? Isn't that what he is?
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but that sounds right. Yeah.
Battle of the
we will
Bulge.
do that. It's this kind of German accent. You just don't. Somebody coached him, a dialect coach
Yep.
probably coached Robert Shaw, said, don't open your mouth a lot and try to talk through clenched lips, and that will be a German accent. So
for
if you do
a short
that.
career, he really turned out a lot of great films.
He did. Now, if you don't look at the lips moving, you will understand what it is.
He's a ventriloquist.
Hello.
You have a
Let me see if I can do it. Let me
a
see.
little Hitler doll that he makes
Hello,
talk.
I am a German. I am a German Panzer Commander. Oh, wait, I did that. Let me see. I can just see it on my own monitor. I am a German Panzer Commander. I support the Reich. The Reich, the Reich, the Reich. There we go.
This is from
Onward and upward. What?
1965, this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
he's
I just
watching
wanna
it
make
right
sure.
now.
Yeah.
He likes black and white movies? This is in color.
That's color.
I have a funny story. Last week, 2 weeks ago at golf camp, 2 weeks ago, at golf camp,
Oh, God.
Michael, I picked Michael up early, and he's in the lunchroom with all his coaches. And when you're not quite sure if your kid's getting his balls busted or not,
Right.
but one of his coaches, so the coaches are all sitting over at one table and the kids are at another table. I wouldn't run it that way, but that's the way they do it. And so one of the coaches says, Michael, tell us about World War II history. And he kind of laughs. And Michael starts going on. And I'm just sitting there smiling. And most of the coaches are kind of smiling and looking, except for one.
Right.
And this one coach, let's call him Coach Dustin Johnson, is in his phone, like that. So Michael's saying, well, in World War II, they used these planes. And he's like, and I go, pay attention.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. The kid's a slacker.
That's
anyway,
great.
That's it. It was fun. Floating around in zero gravity can be nauseating. Riding the Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever that ride was called, that can be nauseating
Yes,
too.
true.
Just Kevin Bacon got puked on by a cameraman while making Apollo 13. Why this has come out now, I got no idea. But they needed to simulate weightlessness for the movie, so an aircraft from NASA was used, and it was nicknamed the Vomit Comet.
Oh, that's a good name.
Anyone who boarded was advised to take anti-nausea medicine to prevent any messes. Man, I wouldn't do well on it. In an interview with Entertainment, the relief band, combined with anti-nausea medicine would probably
and
help.
probably you want to skip breakfast.
Well, in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Kevin said, quote, "What's interesting." Let me see if I can do a Kevin Bacon on the fly. What's interesting about being thrown up on is when it's 0G that it hovers there for a while. It's floating, and there's nothing you can really do except go, here it comes. When they hit the G-forces, it's coming down on you. Yeah.
Wow.
Footloose. Sorry. To make things worse, Kevin said their lunches on set were filled with spicy food, burritos, and chili con carne. So you can imagine what that looked like.
Why would they do that?
Why would it come out now after all these years? They made that movie a long time
it's
ago.
It's fascinating.
It is.
It truly is. This is also fascinating, as all my news for you is. A West Virginia man who lost his class ring just 2 months after graduating in 1979 was reunited with the precious item 43 years later. Philip Schwartz said he was giving a metal detector demonstration recently in the fields across the street from Ravenswood High School in Jackson County when he came across the gold ring. Schwartz attempted to use a 1979 yearbook to identify the owner of the ring, which bore the initials MQM. But he couldn't find any likely candidates, so he solicited help from Ravenswood High School, and teacher Chase Jarrell identified former student Mark Miller.
Hey, that's great.
I'll be at his house on Saturday as the most likely owner. Miller said his photo wasn't in the yearbook because his mother's death caused him to miss picture day. Another wrinkle and another pleasant aspect to this story. He said he lost the ring just 2 months after his graduation. Wow. So there, isn't that a nice story?
That is. I like
And I normally offer those to balance out these. Here's a little something for you. A British woman says she's struggling to lead a normal life because her boyfriend experiences 100 erections a day. 31-year-old Vicky Brown revealed that her partner, 39-year-old Lucas Martins, gets automatically aroused every time he lays eyes on her. Here's her quote: "From the beginning until now, wherever we are, he can have an erection," she said of her boyfriend. "Watching a film, walking down the street, going to friends for coffee, he gets one. There's no rest." Martin says that he's never experienced this problem in previous relationships, and he wondered if there was an underlying medical issue. However, a doctor put it down to Martin's insatiable desire for his lady. Through the whole relationship, he's always had one. I'm in the mood for love simply because I've got one. In shops, restaurants, the gym. He just wonders if she wonders if there are any other couples in the same boat. Just a thought after reading this story. If every time a man got one, you had to do something about it, life might be a bit uncomfortable for the world. Okay? A cold shower, a kick in the berries, or the age-old technique used in the O'Mara house. Frequent your use of the word no. Thank you very much. You know? I mean, by the way, if you added up to all guys, we kind of hide it, right? We get them occasionally. We don't tell you.
Not all the time.
No, I'm so proud.
We'll be right back. Thank you.
Oh, it's summertime. And my darn, is it hot out there.
Man,
and I know a lot of yous are heading to the beach or living in your swimming pool. So may I suggest you heading over to the MichaelMarrowShow.com website. Click on the Target or Walmart banner to get all your summertime supplies.
Back to school,
you
baby.
Got it.
Yes.
Do it now. We now return yous to TMOS, already in progress.
Thank you, Paulie. I appreciate that. There we are.
That was before he filled the pool, Mike.
Yeah.
He
Pool
was
was
in
empty.
the
He
pool.
was standing at the bottom of the pool. This portion of our program brought to you by Rothy's. Have you ever seen someone wearing a colorful pair of flats and thought, dang, those are cute? I'm cute. I'm cute. There were probably Rothy's. That's what they were. Rothy's are the perfect shoes for commuting and traveling. Everyone notices them. They're known for their chic, pointed-toe flats, but that's just the beginning. They have tons of icon. Did you take your massive shoe off? They have. Can I see that again? That's an interesting shoe.
This is the driving.
That's not
loafer.
the driving. Is that the driving
It
loafer?
is the driving loafer.
Yeah.
Is it black?
It is.
It's lovely.
I've worn it with a
it is
suit
gorgeous.
before. It is so comfortable and looks so nice.
They have tons of iconic head-turning designs in bright colors. Plus, Rothy's work great with every outfit. They're insanely comfortable, almost like a slipper. As soon as you take your first step, you'll think, that's more like it.
Yeah.
Plus, Rothy's takes sustainability to the next level. Their products are knit with thread made from plastic water bottles. They've repurposed around 125 million bottles so far. We all have Rothy's. We all love them.
Love 'em.
Your new favorite shoes are waiting for you. Discover the versatile styles you can wear absolutely anywhere and get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/TMOS. That's ROTHYS.com/TMOS for $20 off your first order. I just don't know where to begin here. Rob, I really want to get to Harvey Weinstein, but Oscar was talking about some ridiculous auto ripoff.
Yeah, I want to hear about
show
that too.
Yeah, welcome to the ripoff hut.
To find it.
Ripoff
Because
hut?
down here, the latest ripoff is people talking about insurance companies that are either failing or they're raising their rates to the extent where people can't pay for flood insurance because it's Florida, and we're all going to be going.
Can I throw in a 15-second aside?
Sure.
My doctor is actually carrying the baton for me and calling the insurance company today to get my MRI through, and I never expected that. I sent
The liver guy or the regular guy?
The liver guy. I sent an email to his practice, and I said, this was not approved, and he's already been in touch with Cigna and working on a peer-to-peer. And you know what? That is an unexpected, happy.
Thank you for giving both sides.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you for the update. Thank you very much for the update.
It means a lot.
So you had mentioned something that was I was stymied by when I heard it.
So the majority of my life, I always knew that options on a vehicle were optional, but you'd have to pay a premium to have them.
Well, they're
And
called options for a reason.
Agree, but most people that haven't bought cars or maybe have purchased packages like a winter package or it's this
The off-road package.
Mercedes leather.
Whatever it may be.
It's a very thick vinyl pony.
Most of the time, you now have options for packages that have this included within the vehicle.
Sure.
Something that most people probably don't realize when they buy vehicles is that all of these options are built into the vehicle already. They're not building consoles with heated steering wheels and heated seats that, they just don't work. It's actually a button that just hasn't been activated yet on your vehicle.
Oh, I
when
had
you
no idea.
When you see, say, a center console,
yes,
and you see buttons, and in almost every car I've ever had, I'll have a button, and then you'll have places that look like they're for these buttons that are blank, that they haven't used yet.
They're blanks.
I get it. That's what you're talking about, basically.
BMW, and this is the car company I know for a fact,
BMW,
has figured out a way to unlock these options that are already built into their vehicles. And I don't know how to feel about it. I feel dirty because as a BMW fan, Mike, the ultimate driving machine, I expected this from maybe Mercedes-Benz, not an American car company, maybe a higher end like a Bentley or.
Well, what are they doing exactly when they say unlock? What is the deal?
They are now. This has been happening in Europe for some time now, a couple of years, but they are bringing to the U.S. the opportunity to, instead of pre-purchasing the option of having heated seats or a heated steering wheel, for example, you can now subscribe to having that option activated on your BMW. So, for example,
subscribe.
I can pay, if I'm a lucky young buck that gets a brand new BMW, $18 a month to put the heated seats and heated steering wheel on my vehicle on demand.
Is it a month-to-month deal so you could beg off during the summer?
Well, that is an option, but most people, as you know, Rob, don't have the time or inclination to call and cancel and then, jack it back up.
That's what they count
Let me
on,
see if I can wrap my head around this. So you're talking about this particular option, which is heated seats and a heated steering wheel.
Correct.
Which, in order to get that option, as opposed to just adding it to the price of the car, you pay monthly for it?
You can pay $14 just for the seats and another $4 for the steering wheel.
Well, you got to go for the steering wheel.
Do they add it to the price of the car, or why do you have, or do they add it to your monthly payment?
They add it to your monthly payment.
Well, it's kind of like an option, right? Buying an extra
but
option.
if you pay for it, you should own it. And if you've got the equipment in your car already, what do they care?
So
They're
happy,
bilking you.
I'm happy
because
you
they do
this.
it with computer from the man in the sky.
Yeah, the man in the sky.
Turns it on and off.
Yeah.
So can you buy the car and say, oh, I got my heated seats and my heated steering wheel, decide I don't use this. I'm calling BMW. Can you remove that? Can you remove that from my package and lower my payment, and now I won't have it anymore?
I don't believe that transaction goes both ways. It's a sunk cost
not.
at that point.
It's a car
I did
company.
think there was one rebuttal that made sense and essentially made me feel a little better about this process.
Oh, I know what that one was. I have a hole in my tooth, and I'm rubbing it with my I'm pressing it in my gums.
BMW alleges that on TikTok, there are multiple videos that they are actively taking down that show how to break into these button consoles and activate them on your own.
Wow. I would buy a BMW if their CEO was Robert Shaw from the Battle of the Bulge, Mike.
That seems to be the problem with your heated seats. That seems to be the problem with your heated seats. Forward march. So I'm still trying to get it. It sounds like it's just an option.
It's an option.
It's not on demand. It's
well, it is though, because the equipment. Look at
I get that it's in there, and I get that it has to be
You're unlocking
activated.
the ability, to heat your rear end and your steering wheel, and you're paying a monthly.
I look
$18
for another option down here in Southwest Florida, which is ventilated seats, which are very rare. I had one. I don't have one.
We're going to send you to our ventilated seat department. Please hold.
I doubt that it'll stop there.
Your ass is hot. Could you like to cool off now? Is that right? This is the way it goes.
So could they conceivably take this to the next level where if you're a month late on your car payment, they could just shut the car down?
Or how about this? When are they're going to allow us to, pay monthly for air conditioning?
Oh, not okay.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Like that's the next step, right?
Absolutely.
What I don't understand, and I need more clarity, and we will have to do more research on this.
I've researched.
But I mean, an option is an option. It's the same thing. You're paying for it, so you're just adding it on to the price.
But
I don't
shouldn't
understand.
it be a finite
a
charge?
subscription is a finance plan, right?
Yes, it's a separate finance plan. Correct.
But it could, let's say you keep the car, God forbid, 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Once it's paid off, you'd still have to
pay the subscription.
Is that the way it would go down?
That's the way it works. Yeah, you're not paying off the option to no, you're paying monthly for, eternity that you as long as you have the car.
That's
to have
BS.
that option.
Yes.
That's total BS.
Yes, so you can't pay it off in 4 years.
You pay off your car in 4 years.
Yes, you still have to pay the subscription for the heated
as long
seats.
as you.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's $216 a year. So if you kept the car for 10 years, that's well over $2,000.
Wow.
I thought you were making the case. I thought Mike was making the case, and thank you for clarifying that you're like, hey, it's just a payment plan. No, this is an option you have to pay for every time you want to use it.
Ongoing.
That's not fair, though. You own the car. You ought to be able to buy the heated seats.
Yeah.
If you don't buy the heated seats,
it's a button that turns on a toaster under your ass. That's
correct.
all it is.
If you don't buy the heated seats and you decide to make it a subscription plan later after purchase, then that's where they get you.
So you can still buy them.
You can still buy the heated seats, but they're going to make more off the subscription.
Of course. Especially if the equipment's already in the car.
Yeah, it's already in the car.
Why don't car dealerships and the car industry just work on getting those chips in cars so they can actually sell automobiles without having to wait. Oh, every commercial I see now is make sure taking orders August 25th.
Yeah, that's the one I love is when they say preparing to take orders.
I have
Hi Rube, here's the commercial, and by the way, taking orders for you to order your brand new car that you haven't seen or driven, you stupid f***s. Well,
I had a wonderful conversation with someone from Ford when we were in
was it Henry?
No, when we were in Sundance. for that conference. And I said, I have friends.
It was Robert, Mike.
I have friends that have ordered the Bronco, what is the Outer Banks version of the Bronco, and they haven't received their Bronco yet. And he goes, it's the chip situation. This has actually gone so far as that
the chips.
The Tourism and Visitors Bureau for the Outer Banks wanted to work with Ford on the Outer Banks, like this cross promotion branding.
It's a beautiful car, Mike. It has "Life is Good" written right on the car.
And
Rob had a chip problem when he had his old Caprice Classic, but it was actually Lay's potato chips down between the seats.
Down between the seats, yeah.
They
greasy.
They couldn't move forward with the deal because the Outer Banks edition of the Bronco wasn't shipping on time.
Right. Yeah, they can't do it. They can't.
Why can't
it's a
you
mess.
get me my Outer Banks truck? I want my Outer Banks truck.
My special Outer Banks.
How am I supposed? I ask you this: how am I supposed to get to Duck Donuts without my Outer Banks truck?
Do you know what's special about the Outer Banks version of the Bronco?
What's that?
You can fit 16 families in it. Thank you very much. We got to take a break. Well, more to come on that. Well, keep us posted. I would really appreciate that. We will take a break, and we will come back with more fun and thrills, more consumer watchdog news here on the Mike O'Mara Show, people. Calories lie. Calories lie. Calories lie. Thank you very much, and I'll end it with this. Thank you.
Oh, dear.
I love the Condo Bob promo.
Got a wife named Kathy and a son named Rob. He's retired now. He doesn't miss that job. Says hey to the ladies that are in the mob. And everyone around knows Condo Bob.
Condo Bob. He will henceforth be Condo Bob.
Condo Bob.
Condo Bob.
You'll become a legend just like Condo Bob when you subscribe to the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Click the banner and subscribe today.
To Condo Bob! Condo Bob!
Who I have to tell a Condo Bob story. So Angie Goff has a daughter who is very active in golf, and she's actually at the World Championships down in Pinehurst, North Carolina, I think, for U.S. kids golf. And I've just been following because it's I live vicariously through watching another kid do this, and it's exciting to me. And she posts a picture of her daughter standing in front of the championship banner or whatever it was, and I'm in a hustle, and I see she's got like 3 likes on it. So I'm going to be one of the first likes. No, I forgot. Angie is a beautiful woman. You never beat HBS, Horny Bob Spiewak, to a like with a pretty lady. That horn dog who I believe he's just got this pipeline of good-looking women that constantly, say, hey, yay, Angie. Jesus Christ. Grow up. Anyway, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I'm sorry. It made me mad. While summer is in full swing, it's a great time to... Well, he's how old is he now? Act your age, Bob. Condo Bob, please.
He's a young 70.
Jesus. God. It's a great time to practice self-care so you can enjoy all of it. And I'm talking about feeling your best. It's the best time to upgrade to Sleep Number. Sleep Number beds. I've been a customer forever. Did you get too much sun while golfing? Were you up late watching shooting stars?
Could be.
You need to listen to your body. Drink plenty of water. Get the rest you need to recover. Nourish yourself. Enjoy cool salads. Add sliced cucumbers to your water and stay hydrated with Condo Bob. I'm sorry, with watermelon. Turn bedtime into a treat. Reward yourself with quality sleep. Get off that computer, Condo Bob. The ultimate in self-care. If you really want the highest quality sleep, be like me. Get a Sleep Number bed. I wouldn't sleep on anything else. My Sleep Number setting is now a 65. Carla remains a 65. Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because every great day starts the night before. Discover special offers now for a limited time at your local Sleep Number store or at sleepnumber.com/TMOS. I don't know which annoys me more, whether it's the Spiewak, the old man Spiewak, Condo Bob, who likes every POA that is on the internet. Everyone. He follows every girl, every good-looking woman, and just is obsessive compulsive about it, about putting the likes up, or Rob Spiewak's Wordle posts. Which is just like when I watch Rob Spiewak post about Wordle, I say to myself, there it is.
Yeah, book a guess.
There is where
It's like 2 minutes, though. It's 2 minutes.
I know, it's nothing, and I play golf, and I realize that. My focus is directed otherwise. I have a 9-year-old. I chase him around, take him to piano lessons. I understand we all have diversions, you know? It's just well, let me get close here, okay?
All right.
If the work was better.
I got it. The output.
You know?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Well, remember, he's battling a disease.
This is true.
Yes.
And hopefully that works
Oscar,
out.
quit playing both sides, please. It
What do you?
confuses
He's
me.
defending you.
Yeah,
He's
but just
defending
before
you.
he was on your side. He likes to play both sides.
Well, I can't just be hateful to you all the time. That would
Why
be the
not
truth.
try it?
That would be boring. That
Yes.
would be boring. You know, I mean, it would be totally boring.
Or you could just defend yourself or do better.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that could help too.
Okay.
I'd love that. Nothing would make me happier.
I was defending my
I would
dad.
love to get. I'd love to get a counterpart more than calm down. I'd love to get more than someday. But it won't happen. It's not his personality.
No,
he's a joy
good egg.
factory. He's a little joy factory who likes Wordle. You know, and
there's nothing
you know.
wrong. We lose by having these conversations on here, Mike. You know this.
I know
You
we
this,
do.
you know
I
this.
can't help myself. But
Yeah.
anyway, you know, that's it. And by the way, I know it's totally irrational when I see that, but I have the same reaction. Let me see if I can give you the physical reaction when I see HBS, when I'm about to like someone who I've known for a long time,
Okay.
who's an attractive TV reporter, and I see he's beaten me to it again, I'll go like this. Yeah. And then when I see the Wordle, it's like, well, I don't laugh at the Wordle. I'm like, I just go, God, come on. You know, the Wordle. I don't even look at them. I just see them because they got the block letters.
Right.
What are the Wordle? What do you all do with the Wordle?
How many
stuff?
It
guesses
posts how
it
many
takes,
guesses,
right?
and then you can make a comment if you like. And sometimes I'll put a clue out.
What is it? What is it again? What?
It'll put up how many guesses it took you. You have 6 chances to get the word.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually broke my streak this week. It made me very upset. The word was coily, and I did not get it. I hated it.
Oh, so you lost.
I lost. I had a good streak going of 90-something, I think. And then if I do get it, I'll put up my score and sometimes a hint.
But you don't spoil it for people.
No, I don't spoil it.
Oh, that's
no.
then. You know, it's pop culture, Mike. I don't know if you should get upset. Like it's a big
upset.
deal. It's a big deal.
I like the Wordle. I'll speak to my father, too.
No, you won't, and you know you won't. You'll speak to your father. Guess what the a-hole did?
Heard the show today.
No,
Hope you heard it.
I spoke to my father,
Hey, Dad,
and he's having.
guess what he did today?
He had my dad had 100 erections today.
Gross.
Where did my thing go?
What is your thing?
I had a thing. I had a thing, and I lost.
What was it?
I got it. I'm going to play a game with you guys.
Oh,
okay?
good.
This is called, oh, God, are we running out of, no, all right, I'll try to do this. This is called Defend the A-Hole.
Oh, good.
And
Great.
look, I have not read this to the guys. They don't know.
This is clean
but
and clear.
this was separate from the news
Fresh.
because I wanted to do. A man doesn't understand why asking to swap bridesmaids at his friend's wedding is a big deal. The groomsman went on Reddit's Am I the A-Hole forum and was promptly called out. Before being paired with bridesmaid Brooke as a wedding party member, the two went on a date. Boy, doesn't that sound like a big house?
It
that
does.
sounds like a big house. doesn't it?
Because I don't know that I've ever heard Santos bark like that during the show.
Did something? There's someone in the house.
The owner of the home arrived.
Yeah, get him.
Okay,
Get
very
him.
good.
Second boy.
The groomsman went on Reddit's Am I the A-Hole and talked about this lady Brooke, who was a wedding party member. The two went on a date. He ended the evening earlier than planned because he is shorter than Brooke and didn't think her job was a legit career path. Well, right away, that's kind of a-holy.
Well, he's
now
not
he doesn't
an
want
a-hole for being short, though. You can't blame him for his height.
No, but thinking that her job was not a legit. Who cares about that? That has nothing to do with love.
No.
Also, now he doesn't. Oh. Now he doesn't want to be paired. I say that like I haven't read it before. Now he doesn't want to be paired with Brooke at their friend's wedding because of their history. The Am I the A-Hole forum demanded he said, am I the A-Hole for demanding a different bridesmaid at my friend's wedding? So my 26-year-old friends Adam and Whitney are getting married this fall. We've been tight since high school, with the three of us always running together. I was asked to be in the wedding party. Obviously, I'm ecstatic for my friends, but here's the issue. They paired me up with the one bridesmaid I'm not a fan of. This girl's name is Brooke. She's 27. Me and Brooke met each other a few years ago. She was Whitney's volleyball teammate in college. She moved into our area, blah, 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 blah. Because our height difference was a little extreme for me, I'm 5'8", and she's 6 foot. I decided to at least go on the date, but I was nervous. We had a very nice time, but that is when I learned what Brooke did. She was a cashier at a tanning salon. I'm looking for someone who has a legit career path. I'm in financial planning, and I have always wanted someone who makes similar to me. So at the end of the date, I told her that I didn't think it would work between us, and we should probably just skip the movie we had planned.
Wow.
She asked why. I was polite and told her that I didn't see our paths aligning. Well, she kept badgering me and wanted to know what's the real reason. I told her I just wanted someone who had a defined career path and made good money. I worded it very lightly.
I bet, you know what I bet? I bet she didn't badger him, because why would she? Is he that much of a catch?
Over the next few weeks, Whitney hardly responded to me, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm paired with her for the wedding, which wouldn't be a big deal. Besides the fact that we have a lot of responsibilities together, we have to form a dance and some other stuff. Okay, like they do in wedding parties. I just don't want to do it with her. I asked Whitney to switch me to a different girl. God. Redditors thought that the poster was being inconsiderate. One of the quotes, "This isn't your wedding, so stop making it about you.
Yes.
Suck it up. If I set a friend up on a date with another friend, he treated her this way, I'd lose his number. And then you're not in any position to make demands at someone else's wedding. Either deal with it or don't go."
I think we need to organize a dance,
This
Mike.
is something new, the Casper Slide Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band. And this time, we're going
Here
to
we go.
get
funky.
Let's see
Miss
here.
these days. I have just some quick insight. Just remember, this is the man, your friend Oscar Santana, who chose Heineken's punt, pass, and kick at WJFK over a friend's wedding because they said they were going to fire us if we didn't go, which was painful to do. So I'm not the best person to really give advice, but
Was it at the stadium?
No, it was on the mall on like some random field. It was so embarrassing and so painful.
Did you wear a suit to that though?
Lost that friendship. It was very, very. You know, we all done things that.
Yeah, but we have, especially in radio.
You had
it's ridiculous.
I missed my Uncle Philip's wedding.
Yeah,
because I had a shift.
It's something that this guy's making he's making it all about him, and I know he's got double duty as being the cake topper, but seriously, just make it.
He brought
make
a
it
joke
work.
again.
Make it work.
I think that he's not being an a-hole, and I'll tell you why. Because if there is as he says, a 4-inch height difference, and if she's going to be in heels, that is going to be a comical image day of, and in the wedding pictures,
funny angle
for the rest of their lives. You're going to look at
We represent the lollipop you, the lollipop.
I mean, if you want to
But
make
it's still Rob. I don't care if the guy's, Vern Troyer. It doesn't matter. It's not about him. Nobody's going to give a rat's ass about him.
I mean, know. I think that if all things are, as long as it's not like the best man and maid of honor or matron of honor who have to be arm in arm, if it's just catch as catch can, give him a shorter broad.
But it does. Once again, it gets back to she. By the way, the bride Whitney, she told him to pound sand. She refused to switch. Adam understands. That's the groom understands my position, but's telling me to just go along with it. I don't want to cause a thing here, but I'm nervous.
Along with it.
Oh, and he also thinks they want to F with me because of the height difference. So now he's also paranoid.
Short people are paranoid about it.
Just wear some Timberlands. You'll be fine.
Yeah, Timberlands.
You know what? I reviewed all the evidence here. I think he's a good guy.
I do too.
I think he's a really, really,
and Mike,
really good guy.
I will double down and say this: he's a good guy, and that marriage is going to last.
Right. Yeah. Throw him in a dumpster. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it. We got to take a break. How's town today?
Oh, it's a beautiful, bustling city, Soundtown is.
I could not be more excited, and I really don't get mad at Wordle or Condo Bob. Okay. I just lied.
It's all fun and games on the latest bonus show. And for some highlights, let's go to the tape.
I am good to go.
Dig in, and there we go.
Do you have a nice chest?
Hey, man, it was only strawberry milk.
Can I just say that the work and effort put into this game is, I'm brought to tears.
I had a notion in my head.
Well, why don't you execute it?
I have been.
No, it's been terrible.
I have a green Sharpie.
Sharpie.
He needs a whore that snores.
A snoring horn?
Da-da-dun, da-da-dun.
The TMOS bonus show is that fifth hour of funny you can only get with a subscription. Get one today at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
And now we're done, right? She says, right.
Hey, join us at the Snoring Whore tomorrow. We got another bonus show coming your way. It's going to be fantastic.
It's Taco Friday.
I really, oh, that's right, Taco Friday. I couldn't, I've lost my copy here. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me double check. I'm just going to look.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Are you excited for Taco Friday, Oscar?
Taco Friday on the bonus show tomorrow. We're going to eat tacos, and then we're going to get in a plane, and we're going to be weightless. And
That's right.
one of us is guaranteed to throw up. So
Which
I'm
will
very,
it
very
be?
excited
Who
about
can it be?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right.
Hey, this portion of the program brought to you by KiwiCo. School is out for now, but summer break is a great opportunity for families to learn and explore together. By the way, Rob Spiewak,
yes,
the school may be out promo. You know, the commercial, the school may be out. We got maybe a week.
Yeah.
A lot of
School's
kids
getting
going
back
back
in.
to school. Be aware.
I understand,
He
but
did lose
prepare.
He lost 2 months of his life, so he's a little behind.
No, I'm not. I know.
Understand.
I'm going by Loudoun County rules right now. Loudoun County.
When does Loudoun County go back to
A
school?
week and a half, I think.
Week and
Carrie,
a half.
And Carrie will
Let's
go
start
back a
promoting
few
now.
days
Let's
earlier.
start promoting now.
What?
Yep.
Promoting the fact that they're going back to school?
Yeah, back to school, baby.
Yeah,
Back to
exactly.
school. Back to school is just around the corner, but summer break's still an opportunity for families. See, I just rewrote it.
Yeah.
Still an opportunity for families to learn and explore, and a professional wouldn't have let that all be heard. Great opportunity for families to learn and explore together. KiwiCo delivers monthly crates full of science,
Science, Ms. Sakamoto, you're beautiful.
and art projects perfect for kids of all ages who want to keep their imaginations active all summer long and away from the computer and phone screens and Battle of the Bulge, Mommy and Daddy's bedroom.
Wordle.
Build stomp rockets and kites, explore the science of trees, or engineer your own coin-eating robot. Your child will have fun learning with super cool hands-on projects delivered to their door every month. KiwiCo gives them the tools to learn new skills, build new experiences, and make new connections to the broader world. Plus, KiwiCo has something for kids of all ages, and you can pause or cancel anytime. Michael loves KiwiCo, and I love watching him. Discover new things. Make summer a new learning adventure every month with KiwiCo. Get 50% off your first month, plus free shipping on any crate line with code TMOS at KiwiCo.com. That's 50% off your first month at KiwiCo.com. Promo code TMOS. And we thank you, KiwiCo.
We call this stereophonic sound.
Soundtown.
I want to salute the TMOS Newsmaker of the Week, who will get $1.06 in the mail, Oscar Zabayos.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Who sent us a great, I guess, was it a TikTok video that you sourced it last night?
It was, yes.
Yeah. I didn't realize the way they took out that Al-Qaeda leader in Kabul. I assumed it was a shot, a sharpshooter, or some sort of explosive. No explosives at all. Listen to the explanation of the weapon that was used.
But what's wild is the weapon that was used. Now, this, okay, we're going to keep this ungraphic. I'm just going to show you the missile. It is an RX-9 Hellfire missile, and let's just put it this way. Shortly before impact, 6 spinning blades come out of the top. There is no explosive warhead, so you kind of just get a boop of the actual missile, but the part up front does the work for you, and the intention is to limit fire, collateral damage, civilians getting hurt, buildings collapsing through some kind of crazy explosion. There's no explosion here, just 6 spinning blades.
Amazing.
When you think about it, it is something out of a movie, and stunning when you think about that. I never get excited about weaponry. because I always think ultimately our enemies will have the same thing.
Sure.
And it's terrifying, really, when you think of the minds that are put into the concept of man's inhumanity to man. But when you're taking out a guy like that, be as inhumane as you want.
The winning comments are Karma Puree from the team here.
Yep.
Pony, a window into his soul, where he writes, "You really can't beat Raytheon for knife missiles."
You can't.
That was my favorite. I like that a lot. You really can't beat him for knife missiles.
And
Knife missile.
KitchenAid.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Scary.
Oscar, quick quiz for you.
Yes.
How old is Jane Fonda?
Jane Fonda, 80.
84. Jane Fonda
close,
is.
close.
Is she? I thought she was 82.
No,
I mean,
84.
I said, when I say 80, I mean TOO.
Yeah.
I thought she was just 80, even though that's long
I
in
think
the
she's
tooth.
might be older than her father when he died.
She
Which is wild to think about.
Between the work she's had done and the shape she keeps herself in, she is truly a marvel to look at.
It's
She
funny
really
you should
is.
bring that up because she just started an ad for activewear for H&M. And she is actually modeling the activewear at age 84.
Hello, everybody. Are you ready to move? Let's start with a stretch. And bend those knees. Work those thighs. One more time. That's right. Just keep moving. See you next time.
And we have an outtake from that commercial, too.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
But I'm sure she's going to be okay. Let's hear it for the 84-year-old Jane Fonda. Mike, that's all I got.
Okay, yeah, you're out of time.
I'm going to go out on a strong one there.
I'm sorry. The simple jokes make me laugh. That's funny as hell. That truly is. Way to go, Jane. She tweaks the voice. What? She tweaks up the voice when she's doing the commercial, but then afterwards, that was the real fun.
Yeah, exactly. We need some help over here.
Oh, we're all going to die, and we're all going to get old. Anyway, we got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow with a bonus show. Please check it out and subscribe to our bonus show.
Do it.
We need every bit of help we can get. We're trying to feed our families here for the love of God. And we don't pretend that tragedies are fake like some of the other a-holes out there in the world.
We don't have a tooth pulled right before we have a court date.
We are out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Michael Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Michael Mara Bonus Show. Get it at michaelmarashow.com.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.